They won't even show up to your funeral. Over 40% of people invited to funerals don't show up. Even when you die, people will find an excuse. Too busy, too tired, didn't know what to say, didn't want to drive, didn't want to feel. If they won't show up for your final goodbye, what makes you think they're showing up for your dreams? Let that sink in. This world has trained you to fear judgment from people who wouldn't even carve out 20 minutes to pay respect to your grave. They've conditioned you to feel shame for standing out, to apologize for ambition, to hesitate before acting. But this isn't the book where we entertain that weakness. This is the book where we burn it. We torch the lies, we reject their limits, and we build the empire anyway. You've been trained to flinch. Now you'll be trained to fight. You're not tired. You're just soft. Let's fix that. Chapter 1. The Lie of I'm Tired. You're not tired. You're uninspired. There's a difference between physical exhaustion and spiritual decay. One you cure with sleep, the other you cure with purpose. Most people confuse boredom with burnout. But let me tell you something. When you're on fire about something, your body finds another gear. You can run on fumes and still outrun the average man's best day. Why? Because vision gives voltage. You ever notice how you can stay up all night binge watching a series, scrolling TikTok, gaming, or partying, but suddenly you're tired when it's time to work on your goals? That's not fatigue, that's weak wiring. You've trained your brain to prioritize pleasure over purpose, to delay greatness, for comfort, and now tired is your default excuse to coast. If you had to get up at 4 a.m. to catch a flight to Bali, you'd be up before your alarm. But if it's to read a book, start the business, or hit the gym, you snooze 3 times and scroll until you feel guilty. Let's call it what it is. You're not tired. You're soft. Let's harden that edge back up. Let's build the engine. Chapter 2. Softness is a disease. Society doesn't want you hard. It wants you tame. You've been overfed dopamine, underexposed to pain, and spoon-fed slogans like you're perfect as you are by a culture built to keep you average. That's why you break under pressure. Why you hesitate when it's time to speak up. Why you flinch when life throws a jab. Softness is a disease, and it's contagious. You catch it from the friends who keep settling, from the influencers who sell you comfort, from the job that pays you just enough to stop dreaming, but not enough to start living. But real power is built in discomfort. Real freedom comes from discipline. You don't get freedom by feeling good, you earn it by getting good. Hard men are built in the dark. They run toward the pain. They sharpen themselves against resistance, and every empire ever built started with a man who refused to stay soft. This chapter is your diagnosis. The next ones are your cure. Chapter 3. Nobody owes you a damn thing. Say this out loud. No one is coming to save me. Not your parents, not your partner, not your boss, not your government. Nobody. The world doesn't owe you success because you had it rough. The market doesn't care that you're trying, and the people you expect to support you, most of them are secretly hoping you fail so they don't have to try harder. That's the game. And it's fair, because it's the same for everyone. The second you let go of entitlement, the chains fall off. When you stop waiting for someone to pick you, you pick yourself. When you stop expecting loyalty, you start building leverage. No one owes you an opportunity, so create one. No one owes you an audience, so earn one. No one owes you a paycheck, so print one. This chapter isn't meant to discourage you, it's meant to empower you. Because when you realize nobody's coming, you become unstoppable. Chapter 4. The mind is a muscle. Train it or lose it. Your mind is the gym where your empire is first built or broken. Just like your body, your mindset either gets stronger under resistance or softens under excuses. Every thought you entertain becomes a rep. Every belief you choose becomes a program. And every excuse you repeat becomes your identity. Train it, or it will betray you. You don't rise to the level of your dreams, you fall to the level of your mental conditioning. The moment most people feel discomfort, they run. Winners lean in. They train discomfort like a skill. They crave the friction. Do this every day. Wake up before you want to. Do the thing you're afraid of. Delay the gratification that's killing your discipline. Your empire lives and dies by your ability to stay composed when chaos strikes. Your body might build wealth, but your mind keeps it. Every time you want to quit and don't, you do one more mental rep. And that's how you make your mindset bulletproof. Chapter 5. Commit to the mission. You don't build an empire by hoping. You build it by committing so deeply that there's no turning back. That's what makes average people uncomfortable commitment. They fear it. They flirt with goals but never marry them. They want options. You want outcomes. You can't half-love the game and expect full-blown results. Write this in blood if you have to. My life is the mission. My days are bricks. My moves are war. Burn this into your habits. Tattoo it to your mindset. If it's not aligned with the mission, cut it. If it's slowing the mission, fire it. If it's not helping you build, it's helping you bleed. Your clarity becomes your weapon. Because when you know why you're building, nothing can shake you. Commit like your life depends on it. Because it does. Chapter 6, Burn the Boats. The reason you're not all in is because you still think you have time. You've got plan B sitting in your back pocket like it's a flex. It's not. It's a death sentence to greatness. You can't build a kingdom while keeping one foot in safety. Conquerors used to land on enemy shores and set fire to their ships. Why? Because retreat wasn't an option. They either won, or they died trying. That's how empires are built. Burn your damn boats. Quit the job if it's killing your spirit. Cut the people who slow your rise. Drop the plan that feels safe but makes you small. Pressure creates diamonds. Comfort creates cowards. When you remove the option to quit, you will find a way to win. Chapter 8. Discipline is sexy. Forget aesthetics. Forget hype. Forget trying to look successful. Discipline is the new status symbol. You know what's sexy: waking up without snoozing. Saying no to instant pleasure. Executing when no one's watching. Stacking wins when the crowd isn't clapping. Discipline is the reason champions win long after motivation dies. The world applauds the end result, but discipline is the real flex. It's what builds your bank account. It's what sculpts your body. It's what sharpens your mind. While they're bragging on social media, you're stacking in silence. While they're faking the grind, you're building a fortress of habits. You want self-respect, get discipline. You want wealth, get discipline. You want freedom, get discipline. No more sexy quotes. No more playlists, just radical obedience to what needs to be done. That's discipline, and that's why you'll win. Chapter 9. Shut up and execute. Here's the truth. Most people talk themselves out of greatness. They think, they doubt, they overplan, they wait for perfect. Stop it. Success rewards the doers, the quiet executors. The ones who move fast, fail fast, and adapt even faster. Talking is a defense mechanism. Planning is a way to procrastinate in disguise. And fear. It's the fake alarm your lazy self uses to stay small. You don't need another idea. You need to do, even if it's messy. Even if it's ugly. Even if it's unfinished. Execution beats elegance. Action beats perfection. While others are strategizing step 12, you've already failed and rebuilt steps 1 through 6. Be the one who acts. Be the one who shows receipts. Be the one who moves. Because talking about the life you want won't build the empire. Doing will. Chapter 10. Fear is a liar. Fear is not your enemy, it's your compass. Most people run the moment they feel fear. The great ones lean into it. Because here's the secret. Fear is disguised guidance. It points to the place your growth lives. It shines a light on the work that still needs to be done. It reveals the version of you that you're scared to become but destined to be. Every empire is protected by a gate of fear. And most will never cross it. Why? Because they think fear is final. They think fear means stop. But fear only has power if you respect it, so stop giving it authority over your life. Use it instead. When your chest tightens, go. When your hands shake, go. When your voice wavers, speak anyway. That's how kings are made. Fear is not a stop sign, it's a green light. You feel it because the next level is near. Walk through it like you own the damn place. Chapter 11. Stop asking for permission. Let's be real. You're not stuck. You're waiting. Waiting for someone to say it's okay. Waiting for approval. Waiting for validation. Waiting for signs. Stop. No one is coming to tap you on the shoulder and say you're chosen. If they don't see your worth now, make them regret it later. Build loud. Move bold. Create with savage intensity. You don't need permission to evolve. To cut people off. To change your mind. To demand more. You're not a child asking to go outside. You're a force. You're a builder. You're a storm in motion. The moment you stop asking if it's okay to rise is the moment you start rising. The ones you fear offending, they're not doing anything. the ones you seek approval from. They secretly wish they had your guts. Permission is a prison. Breakout, Chapter 12. Build something undeniable. You want respect. Build something they can't ignore. You want power. Build something that speaks without you saying a word. It could be a body carved by war, a business that prints freedom, a personal brand that commands attention. The point is this: greatness doesn't beg for attention, it attracts it. When your results speak louder than your posts. When your product solves problems before you show your face. When your presence is felt before you say a word. That's when you've built something undeniable. You don't get that by luck. You get it by showing up when no one's watching. You get it by bleeding for it when no one claps. This chapter is a challenge. Make them feel you without needing to be seen. Make them study you without ever asking for it. Make the work so loud, you can walk in silence. Undeniable wins, every time. Chapter 13, Pain Builds Power. Let's get this straight. Pain is the gem for your soul. Every hit you take, every loss you eat, every betrayal you survive, it's not weakening you. It's waking you, the pain you try to avoid. That's the weight that builds your strength. Look back at your darkest moments. They didn't destroy you, they designed you. You don't become elite by skating through life without scars. You get forged in fire. While most people cry about what happened to them, the empire builder says, "Good, let it burn. I'll rise from the ashes sharper." Pain gives you perspective. It rips off the comfort and forces clarity. You learn what matters. You learn who's real. And most importantly, you learn what you're made of. Use it all. The heartbreak. Stack it. The rejection. Fuel it. The failure. Study it, then swing again. Because real power is born in the moments no one sees, when you choose to rise instead of retreat. You don't heal by hiding. You heal by hustling through the hurt. Pain doesn't kill, empires' excuses do. So burn yours. Chapter 14, The 1% Rule. Forget going all in once. Go 1% every single day. Most people fail not because they can't move fast, but because they refuse to move slow and steady. They're addicted to hype, allergic to habit. You don't need to change your life overnight. You need to compound small wins ruthlessly. One more rep, one more paragraph, one more cold call. One more sacrifice while others chill. Stack 1% every day and you'll be unrecognizable in a year. Skip the work for 1 week and you'll be indistinguishable from the average. Want to beat your old self? Be better than you were yesterday. Just 1%, that's it. No more, no less. Do it long enough. And the 1% becomes your empire. Chapter 15. Who you roll with, you become. Your network is your net worth, but not just in dollars. In discipline, in energy, in identity. You become who you tolerate. If you hang around 5 excuse makers, guess who becomes the 6th? If you break bread with losers, you start developing a taste for losing. It's not personal, it's physics. You want to elevate. Audit your circle. Who challenges you? Who calls you out? Who forces you to level up? Cut the energy leeches. Limit the maybe next year crowd. Distance yourself from comfort worshippers. Find savages, builders, people who speak empire like it's their native tongue. If your circle doesn't scare the version of you who wants to stay small, it's time to upgrade your tribe. Chapter 16. Stay hungry when you win. Winning is a dangerous drug. It tastes good. It feels better. And if you're not careful, it'll put you to sleep. The real killers? They don't get high off the win. They get high off the work. Success should never soften you. It should make you hungrier, smarter, colder. The goal isn't to hit your target and relax. It's to hit it and raise the bar. Remember, your last win is someone else's starting point. The second you settle, you slip. Never confuse comfort with victory. Never let applause drown out your internal hunger. You didn't build this just to chill. You built it so you could dominate again. Success is a checkpoint, not a finish line. Chapter 17. Lead or be led. If you're not leading your life, someone else is. Every day, you're either the architect or the pawn. The king or the consumer, the driver or the passenger. You think you're in control, but let me ask you, who sets your schedule? Who decides what you focus on? Who gets your energy every day? If it's not you, you're not leading. You're leasing your life out to whatever distraction screams loudest. But leaders aren't born, they're chosen, and you choose it every single day. When you lead, you move with intention. You plan like war. You stop blaming, and start becoming. There's no middle ground. You either build the life or become a brick in someone else's. Lead or be led. Choose. Chapter 18. Legacy over likes. Let's make something clear. The empire isn't built for attention, it's built for impact. We're living in a culture addicted to validation. They want numbers, applause, hearts on a screen. But likes don't last. Followers forget you. The algorithm will bury you tomorrow if you're not trending today. Legacy doesn't care about any of that. Legacy is built in the dark, when you show up with no audience. When you build without needing to be seen. When you bleed, but keep moving because the mission matters. Don't let the internet convince you you're behind. You're not behind, you're underground. You're building something real, something heavy, something eternal. They'll chase clout. You'll chase the crown. Let them go viral. You go immortal. Chapter 19. Empire Energy. There's a frequency that hits the room before you even speak. A vibration people feel before you even show results. That's empire energy. It's how you walk, how you enter a room, how you command respect without saying a word. Empire energy is earned from the days you showed up when no one believed in you, from the work that never made the timeline, from the standards you held when no one was watching. It's not arrogance, it's certainty. A quiet knowing, I build, I don't beg. Empire energy doesn't need to explain itself, it just moves. When you walk with empire energy, you don't chase. You attract. You don't ask, you decide. Your presence becomes pressure. You're not just in the room, you become the room. So stop trying to fit in. Walk like you're the architect, because you are. Chapter 20. Burn the excuses. Build the empire. This is the line in the sand. You've read enough. You've dreamed enough. You've talked enough. Now it's time to do. The excuses, burn them. I'm tired. Burn it. I don't have time. Burn it. I'm waiting for the right moment. Burn that too. You don't need motivation. You need momentum. You don't need permission. You need permission from yourself. You've got everything inside you already. You just need to move like it. The empire doesn't build itself. It's brick by brick. Blood in, vision out. No more half-stepping. No more delays. No more playing small so others feel comfortable. Burn the excuses. Build the empire. Conclusion. What are you going to do now? You reach the end. So now I ask you, what are you going to do? Put the book down and scroll again. Go back to the same routine that's gotten you nowhere. Or are you going to become the problem the world didn't see coming? You've got the fire now. You've got the words. But words are just gasoline, action is the match. Burn soft, burn scared, burn slow, but burn the damn excuses. And build your legacy with your bare hands if you have to. Because no one's coming. Because you're the one. Because the empire is calling and it has your name written in flame. Time to answer.